Hello and welcome to this episode of I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, where today I'm going to be talking about how you will learn something new every day.
So the big question is this: how are parents like us, who don't have a manual, who are doing the best we can, who feel as though we aren't enough, how are we going to raise healthy, happy children who we are proud of and still keep our sanity in that process? That's the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Ryan Roy, and welcome to I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, a podcast for parents who are being real with themselves.
Hello and welcome back to this episode of I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, where today I'm going to be talking about how you will learn something new every single day. You know, I just dropped the little one off at school this morning, and he was having a little rough day this morning. And I have to either I don't remember, or his brother was just a lot easier than he is. And as I realized this, I'm like, you know what? Let's what do we got to do to get him to calm down, settle down, to get him out of the house? And when we go at swim practice every week, we have the bye-bye song. And the instructor goes around to each parent and child and just basically says, you know, the song says, bye-bye, in the child's name, in this case, Jaden. Bye-bye, Jaden. Bye-bye, Jaden. We're glad you swam today. And so this morning I said, hey, we got to go to school. And he's like, no. And I was like, but we need to get ready. We need to go. No. Well, and then whatever I said, there was a no to. And I said, well, let's say goodbye to our toys. Say bye-bye, toys. Bye-bye, toys. Bye-bye, toys. We're glad you played today. Because he was playing with his toys. And he said, bye-bye, toys. And then I said, say goodbye to your brother. And then say goodbye to mom. But each one was with the bye-bye song. The next thing you knew, we're going down the steps to the car, and like, bye-bye steps. Bye-bye steps. And then it was the trees were outside. Bye-bye trees. Bye-bye garage. Bye-bye driveway. We went through it all. And then he's just singing all the way down the road. And very simple, right? Put him in a good mood. He's singing. We come across this gas station, and I hadn't really done this. He you know, but there's a gas station close to his school, and it's a Citgo. And obviously it's in big bright letters and blue letters, and there's the colors of the Citgo gas station are red and orange. And I said, what colors are those? What letters? He starts saying the C-I-T-G-O. Not bingo, Citgo. And then we're at a red light while we're looking at this gas station. And then I start explaining why the light's red and when we're allowed to go. And then I started thinking, you know, look how much he's learning just by simply shifting his energy into something that's fun. Then we walk in because he's in a good mood. Somebody says to him, good morning, Jaden. The lady at the front desk. And he says, good morning. And she says, oh, how are you today? And he doesn't really answer. I said, say, I'm good. And he's like, I'm good. But his whole demeanor changed. And what I learned, and I don't know that I'm learning this for the first time, but I relearned it, right? If we haven't done something for a while, we need to divert negative energy into a positive energy in a fun way. And our life, their life, gets that much simpler. But then I got in the car and I'm driving away, and here I am talking in this podcast in the car, and I thought to myself, you know, my mother always said, it's one of my favorite things she said, and I love when she lights up and talks about this. She said there was a point in time when I was about 3 where I asked a ton of questions, and she says, you know, Ryan, you're going to learn something new every single day. And she says for the next several years, every day, when she would get home, I would be so excited to tell her what I learned that day. Mom, you know what I learned today? And I was looking for knowledge. I was seeking knowledge because my mom told me that I would learn something new every day. And it's not too far from that now. You know, I share the things I learn with you guys, and maybe, you know, I never thought of it this way. I always love to share new things that I learn. It's because I know I have the ability to learn something new every day. I know that old dogs can learn new tricks, although it's not as easy. But if we're out there seeking knowledge, why not share it? Because if I learned it today, there's got to be a whole bunch of other people who don't know it also. And I like to empower people with thoughts and knowledge. So think about it for yourself as a parent, right? You want to empower your kids to learn something new every day, but why not do it through example? Why not learn something new yourself? You know, oftentimes when my son's reading and I'll say, hey, what are you reading? I don't feel like reading today. And I was like, well, Daddy read this and he read this and he read this. And I think you would enjoy learning something new today. And then I kind of trick him into reading something that he wants to read. I'm like, hey, can we check out this on the computer? And maybe it's a Pokemon card or something like that. And I was like, hey, what's this say? What's the power on this? What's the description say? Why should we buy this? And he's over there reading it, right? And, oh, you learned something about that card today, huh? What'd you learn? So encourage your kids to learn something new, but I'm encouraging you to learn something new today that you can share with someone you know. Because you can learn something new every single day. I don't know jack about parenting, but I know if you learn something new and add something to your repertoire every day about parenting, this journey is going to be that much more fruitful. We'll see you in the next episode.
Do you want to be the dad you wish you had? If so, go get my free book, Be the Dad You Wish You Had, at BeTheDadYouWishYouHad.com. Inside, you'll find my most effective 40 tips to quickly and easily transform yourself into the ideal dad. Go to BeTheDadYouWishYouHad.com now and get it while it's free.